Alipoota eno ereese ekitangaala awabadde enzikiza. Alipoota eno yeesigamye ku ssemateeka wa Uganda. N'ekirala ebirowoozo ebiri mu lipoota eno ewabula gavumenti era ffe tujyaniriza. Ebiri mu lipoota eno kwegamba tufunye okusoomoozebwa, wabeerawo akavuyo, waliwo obubbi bw'akalulu, waliwo enguzi n'okugulirira abalonzi, waliwo amagye oba abapoliisi betuwulira nti oluusi bawamba polling stations. N'olwekyo nze ku lwange ekizibu tekiri nnyo mu mateeka, naye Electoral Commission akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kalina okubeera n'obuyinza obutambuza buli kimu ekikwata ku kalulu. Akakiiko kaleme kubeera nga kali ku lufungo. N'olwekyo alipoota eno etugamba nti tulina okununula Electoral Commission. Ekyokulabirako, amannya g'abo abagenda ku register bagakolera ku NIRA. Kyentutte nga nva wano nja kwogera n'abakakiiko k'ebyokulonda. Balina okubeera n'abakugu baabwe abagenda mu NIRA nga bakola emirimu gya Electoral Commission, so si ababeera mu NIRA aba bulijjo, kubanga eno mission ya byakulonda. Ekyokubiri, tulina okukozesa ebyuma kulonda. Waleme kubeerawo enjawulo wakati w'obululu obubeera mu kabokisi n'abantu abazze ku polling station. Mashini eno ebeera ne record. Kati mu teeka lyena tutte mu cabinet, omuntu yenna nga alina omulimu gwa presiding officer, we basanga nga amannya ag'abantu abali mu mashini tegenkana na bululu oba ballot papers eziri mu kabokisi, ojja kusibibwa, oyinza n'okulwa mu kkomera myaka 5. Naye nga etteeka eryo ligamba Uganda erina kukozesa mashini electronic voting ebeere compulsory. Etteeka eryo liri mu maaso ga cabinet. N'olwekyo mumanye nti waliwo ebintu ebiri mu mikono gyange, waliwo ebitali mu mikono gyange. Yamba nnyo ebibiina by'obufuzi okuddamu amaanyi, okubeera n'emirimu nga bagitambuza mu ngeri eri professional. Naye gavumenti yafuna ripooti ng'egamba ate DGF eringange eri mu kuwagira side eyagala okujjako gavumenti. Naye abasinga bannayuganda tebakimanyi nti akakiiko akafuga DGF eyina abakiise ba gavumenti. Tewali DGF kyesalawo nga gavumenti teina opportunity ya kugamba nti kino tetukikiriza oba tukisazizaamu. N'olwekyo naffe nga gavumenti ndooza twebaka ku mulimo gwaffe, kubanga abaali batukiikirira be bandibaddeyo ne balaba nga DGF teva ku mulamwa, kuba gavumenti yeegamba nti DGF yava ku mulamwa n'etandika okubeera ng'ekibinja ekiri mu opposition. Ebyo tulina okubitereza. Twetaaga bano bannaffe abatuyambako bakole ku lukalu lwa Africa bye bakola mu buvanjuba mu Europe, nga mu bifo nga Romania, Poland, ebifo ng'ebyo, kubanga eyo baateekamu nnyo amaanyi. Naye wano okuviira ddala myaka gy'enkaaga ebintu tebikyuka. Lwaki? Ate ng'eri baatandika mu 89 okutereza ebibiina, okusomesa abantu, ebintu ng'ebyo tubyetaaga. N'olwekyo newe kibanga twetaaga DGF2 kijja kutuyamba nnyo, kuba mu buli kitongole kya gavumenti waliwo abayamba. Mwebale nnyo. Reality check whether the Electoral Commission is truly in charge of the elections. And the report basically says there is a lot of interference by other state actors who unleash violence, who raid polling stations, and there is no penalty for violating electoral laws. For instance, bribery, ballot stuffing. This report is an indictment of our elections so far, and yet the Constitution says power belongs to the people, who shall exercise that power through free, fair, and regular and credible elections. So this report gives us basically very low marks for fairness, for credibility. Even what we used to have free and peaceful elections. Now many times there is a lot of violence in the elections. And also those who are supposed to shine a spotlight on what is going on are also victims, like the media. So we have got to correct where we have failed, the Constitution.
How far with the entire process?
I have said before that really this obsession with the law, and I've said that we have got the best anti-torture law. So do you want us to reform the torture law? We have said we have got the best anti-corruption law. But just the other day, Ministry of Finance lost billions. So I really think we must not put things upside down. The reforms that are important are like making electronic voting compulsory. To me, that is the most important. And the bill is ready. It is before cabinet and it will come. The other reforms should be long-term. If we want to change the electoral system to proportional representation, I think it will be the answer to this winner-take-all kind of thing. Citizens believe that Parliament is too big. Citizens believe that we need an upper house. Those are reforms. But realistically, they may not come in the short run. But if citizens say those reforms are important, reintroducing presidential term limits, those reforms are being demanded by our citizens. So it is my duty as the minister to take the proposals to the cabinet. We have already compiled all the proposals. My duty is simply to take them to the cabinet. Then the cabinet will determine when the reforms will go to Parliament. Like I told you, the one on making electronic voting compulsory is still before cabinet. So there are things that are in my hands, there are things that are not in my hands.
Honorable, just one from me.
Are the Fangon people soldiers? You see, violence is not just about people who wear uniform, except that when we are talking about dealing with violence, we are trying to stop any form of violence. We cannot encourage a culture of sorting out differences through violence. Now, when you say demilitarization, the law clearly says no guns in polling stations. The law clearly says it is the police to be at polling stations. We must enforce those ones. But we must first demilitarize our minds. If you see a political party, they look like pseudo-military people. That means our minds are also militarized.
Mining about
We can support that because those who give the foreign aid are not giving it so that it is abused. Those who are giving the foreign aid are building houses for our police officers. They are providing technology which provides the intelligence to combat crime. And elections are once every 5 years. I think we should invest our energy to make sure that our men and women in uniform comply with the law, rather than saying cut foreign aid. In any case, Where is the aid? It is being cut anyway. Now, it is being cut because we enacted the anti-homosexuality law. Not because of that. So I don't think that is an answer. It is treating a symptom.